Okay, hi, I'm Steve, and this is video number 5 on the second day of the 10 days of the portal opening, where all these new energies of light are coming through. You might be feeling that right now. It might be causing you to feel really good, or it might be causing you to feel really bad. Who knows? It just depends on how we respond to it. If we're resisting this change that we feel like we're being forced to by our divine parents or something, and we just don't want to make that change, then we can get into this state and just be really uncomfortable and feel right about holding on and not changing. Or we can change it up and we can go, oh, well, I guess I really need to change. I really need to let go of being, let's just use the term jerk. I could I could just say, well, there's times in which I'm a real jerk. And I don't really necessarily see myself as a jerk, but I see people's response to me, and their response seems to be like how they'd respond to a jerk. And then I can either say, well, they're jerks for responding to me like a jerk, because I'm not a jerk. Or we could say, well, obviously they're responding to something, and maybe my energy is the energy of a jerk. And I can change that. How can I change that? I can change that by changing my beliefs about myself and no longer believe that I'm a jerk, and then change my behaviors so my behaviors don't appear to be the behaviors of a jerk. My goddess is just wandering around in the garden behind me. Okay, so we can let go of the belief that we're a jerk by letting go of the jerk energies. And we can state out loud, I choose to let them go. And then we can let go of the jerk behaviors like, no, I know better than you do. My talking head's better than your talking head. My talking head has more information than your talking head. I got my information from other talking heads that know better than you do about talking heads. And we could just like, that's a behavior. We can stop listening to talking heads because I'm not a talking head. I'm a talking Chad. Ched. Yeah, talking Ched, which means chest head. So I'm not a talking head, I'm a talking Ched. And if you're, what was it, a brain chest? Brain chest. So you could be a breast. So I can be a Ched, you can be a breast. That's fine with me. If you are identified as a Ched or identified as a breast or identified as whatever name you've been given, I identify as Steve. But we can have fun or not, just depending on whether you want to have fun or not, and whether you feel like, your boundaries are respected, and whether you feel like that you can let go when you get triggered. Like, I choose to let this go. Or you can change behaviors. Like, I always react in an angry way whenever anybody does something that makes me feel angry. And you could go, oh, I don't act angry. I just feel anger and then I let it go. Because most anger I feel has to do with unresolved previous experiences, which are called beliefs. Beliefs are stories we made up about experiences we've had that we didn't complete by releasing and integrating the energy of the experience. Once we do that, it's just an experience. While it still has a lot of emotional attachments, it's a belief and a story about how right we need to be because of all the wrongs that were done to us. And when we let go of that story, then we're just Ched or breast. And really, it's a choice if you want to be a Ched or a breast. I'm being a Ched right now just because being a breast could be distracting for whatever reason. And that can be a behavior, and that can be a belief, and that can change. And you can change right now. Okay, so back to, and I know we kind of got off a little bit off center. When we go back to the center and we go back to our deep self and we have the experience of the deep self, It can affect our entire bodies through our bloodstream. It can affect our entire bodies through our acupuncture meridians. It can affect our entire body through our lymph system, because it also not only affects our physical body, but our energy bodies. It can affect our entire energy body through its energy systems. It can affect our emotional body through its energy systems. It can affect our mental body through its energy systems. It can affect our astral bodies through its energy systems. So this energy of the deep self, the core self, this energy can affect everything. Does it affect things in a positive way? Only. Will you always like the changes that you feel take place when you're connected to your deep self? Depends how much you struggle with them. If you accept change and you realize that all healing, all change is a matter of letting go of something and opening yourself up to another, it sounds fairly simple. And when you do it, and when you make that choice to do it, then it may actually be simple. So I think that was section 5, and now must go.